Sunday. This is Rusty on Rusty's No Man's Sky Connection. We're going to play, as you can see, Sudoku. Got the game all queued up. Just need to start the timer on it. Alright. I have not played this one out at all. We're going to see where we get along the way. One is this is a easy Sudoku. The challenge is not so much in how fast I can do it. It's to see if I can explain what I'm doing so that people understand and maybe can do that or better in the future. So we got a couple of 5s here in these 2 rows. Could be in one of these 2 spots in this square. Don't know which yet. Mark that up. Here we got 6s in these 2 rows. This is going to be 6. 7 and 7 in these 2 rows. So one of these 2 is 7. Don't know which. 8. The only thing we've got blocking is this one, so we've got 3 possibilities there and 4 here. Normally I'd hold off on it, but since this is going to be an easy, let's go ahead and mark all of these and see what we can come up with. We'll be clearing out some spots as we, for example, if we solve this one, we'll clear out. Let's see, 2s. Nothing in either row of these 2 squares is a 2. We do have a 2 in this column, and that's the only thing blocking. So we've got 5 possibilities here. And we've got 4 possibilities in this one. And over here we've got 4 possibilities. One of the things I've got to be careful of as I'm playing through this is when I get down here, I want to make sure I've got all of these squares properly marked. Okay, 3s. None of these can be a 3, so one of these 2 has to be. The reason for that is this one blocks 2. And that means that now one of the, oops, that's not a 3, is it? That is a pair is blocked here, so that becomes a 3 there. Now already neither of these could be a 3. One of these will be, and it looks like it's 1 because this is blocking. So we'll get a couple of 3s that we'll put in down there. So we get the 4s. Nope, we don't have 4s. We've got one of these 2. Yes, I've got a 4 there and a 4 here. One of these 2 is going to be 4. 5s we've got marked. 6s we've got marked or solved. 7s, 8s, and 9s are left. So, have anything that helps with the 9s? Nope. So we've got all of these squares get filled in with 9s, other than these 2, because that 9 there does block those. Nothing else blocking 9s, any of these squares. So let's move down to the bottom and see what we can do here. We've got a 1 in each of these 2 rows. I've got those 2 1s marked already. We get a 2 in this row, and nothing else blocking 2s here. For here, we know that it's going to be, nothing blocking from above, but just that 2 in the same row of the top here blocks them up here. However, that does change things here. We've got 2s in this column and 2 in both top and bottom. Nothing in this column, so these 2 is going to be a 2. We'll go ahead and mark those. We'll leave the rest for the next round, or better, for when we generally fight with those or walk through these. All right, 3s. We've got a 3 here and here, so one of these 2 is and it's not going to be this one. So this is a 3. The 3 that blocked is this one up here. Now we've got 4, and over here we've got these 2 possibilities, possibly being a 4. Over here, this 4 blocks this one, so it's going to be one of the others. I don't have anything else blocking 4s in this square. So we'll mark all of these cells as 4s. We've got a 5 also impacting that one. There are, let's clean up this one. There's some 4s that we need to put in here. Nothing is actually blocking any of these cells from being a 4. Now we got the 5. One of these 3 is going to be a 5. And I've got 4 possibilities here. This is or blocking this one as well as the 4 was. So one of these 4 over here is going to be 5. One of these 2 will be a 6 down here because we got this blocking this row, this blocking this row, and nothing else. The 6 would be blocking there, but it's not impacting, so it's 2. We got a 7, 7, so this is going to be a 7. So we've now got one of these 2 is going to be 5. This one is already, so those 2 will be 5. Neither of these, because they're going to be blocked by the 6 is already tagged there, and that one blocking. 7, 8. So one of these 3 is going to be an 8. No, not what I wanted. And over here, this one also will not be an 8. So we've got 4 possibilities. 8 here. Let's take a look at something here. I've got an open cell here, and we're at 9. So, do we have blocks for everything else? We got a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 5, 6, and 7, and 8, all within a straight line view of this cell. So this has got to be a 9. Means one of these 2 is a 9. Well, we've got that blocking this one, so 9. And then we've got one of these 2 is 9, but I don't know which. So we'll tag both of these as possible. The game calls what I'm calling a tag as an earmark. This 7, or that potential 7, was cleared by this one, which means this is a 7. And let's start working through these. We got 1s tag or marked up over here. How about 2s? Oh, we got a 9 that we can clean up there as well. That turns this into a 9, but we'll get to. So 2s. Everything is possibly a 2 in this cell or square, except no, that one's even possibly a 2. I was thinking I had some. Over here we are narrowed down to these 2 columns where everything can do. We've got a possible pair of 3s here. This blocks this row or column. This blocks this column. Be one of those 2. This 3 blocks that row, so that narrows it down as well. Over here we've got 2 cells as well that can be a 3. And as a matter of fact, they are a choice of 2 and 3. Over here we've got that looking like that, but we've got these other 2 possible. So let's keep going. 4s. Looks like we've got this 4 blocking this one, this 4 blocking these 2. So we've got 4 possibilities for 4 in this cell or square. And I've got 3 possible cells for a 4 in this square. Not that one. Okay, 5s, we've got 2 possible 5s cell or square. Because this 5 blocks this column, this 5 blocks row, this 5 blocks this column, those 2 there. And then we've got just this one blocking this cell here, this one blocking these 2 cells, so one of these 4 is going to be 5 as well. 6s, we've got these 2 blocking this bottom half, or bottom 4 of the cell, or the square. This 6 is blocking those 2, so we've got 2 possibilities here, and 2 possibilities for 7 in this column. 8's blocked in this column, wide open in everything else, so we'll tag those, including that center cell. And then 9, as I've got just the 7s here, that means that everything else is blocked out. So 9 is going to be one of these 2. This one says it can't be that one, so it could be down there. The 9. And looking across, this one is going to be a 9 as well. So neither of these are 9. This one is a 9. 5, 2 there. So these 2 become not 2s. This one's not a 2. This one here is a 2, which says this one is not a 2. There's this, or this. Down here I've got a singleton 6 that may come in, or may be of use here. Let's take a quick gander. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, 5, 6 we're checking, 7, 8, 9, so yeah, that's 6. I've got a 2 over here, that was blocked here, so this is 2, and this is 4. Then we've got a 5, 9 pair, which means I can say this is not a 9. Neither of these are 2. I got 4 8s blocking, so this is a 2. That is not a 2. What do we have here that I didn't get filled in? That's not a 2 either. Up here, that becomes a 2, becomes 8. Go back down here. I said earlier that I might drop something. Fail, get it. Clear up these 2 8s as well. Actually, we can finish solving that. And what have we got left that I missed? 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's no 7 there. So let's give that a 7. Otherwise, we had the 8 and the 9 as well. 8 and 9 here. And I am seeing these a lot of times because I've got things that the earmarking process has said, yeah, this can't be one of these things. So, for example, it can't be an 8 or a 6. This one can't be an 8. This one can't be an 8. However, I'm not going to immediately say this is a 2 because I've got a 2 over here as well. What are we missing from this row? I've got a 1, the 2 we're checking, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one of these could be an 8. This one can't be an 8. Can this one be an 8? Yep, that can be an 8. So that becomes an 8. This becomes a 4. It becomes an 8. So this can't be a 4. That becomes a 2. This one is not. That means that this one here that we were checking earlier is now a limit restricted to being a 2. Not a 2. I've got a 5 and a 9 here, but this is saying I can't be a 9 because of this up here, so not a 9. That means it is a 5, and this is a 9. this is not a 5. Here's this. So we've got 8 here, 6 up here, 7 here. Got a 5-3 pair there, a 4-5 pair there, and I got some standalone stuff that should not be. However, we know this is not a 2 because of the one right there, so that's a 3, and this is a 2. We clearly noted that those were the only options for that. So clean up this as well. I've got the only things that these two can be are 1 and 5. So let's clean up the 4 8s. And this one we've got a 5 up top blocking it. So this is a 5. This cannot be a 1. And that means this one is a 1. However, we got to figure out what we missed putting in here. So we got a 1, 2, 3. One of these is going to be a 4, 5, 6. One of these two is going to be 7. Well, this one's blocked for being 7. So that. And then I've got an 8 blocking here. Means this is going to be our 8. This becomes a 4. This is by elimination a 4. And an 8 here. Becomes a 5 and 4. There's a 5 and a 3. And that solves our puzzle. And that took me 16 minutes with the explanation. We hope you have a good weekend and a good start to your week. We'll be doing a medium puzzle tomorrow, and I hope you enjoy and come along for the